Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is underscore Jim. Welcome to this channel. I'm from Kenya, yeah, specifically Kenya, East Africa, and in one of the Kenyan cities that is Eldoret. So welcome back to this channel. In case you are new, remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to subscribe to the channel, guys, and also watch my other videos. I've not been I've not been posting regularly, but I know I'm working on some few things here and there, and things will be good. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. My name is Jim from Kenya, East Africa. So today, as the title suggests, when single, cooking is simple. This is what I mean. You see, sometimes as a man, when you're not married, you tend to, when cooking, you tend to simplify things actually. You don't want to cook, so you don't want to be so complicated, like you don't want to make things complicated. What I mean is that you just go for the simple things. Huh? You'll find that a man will only cook, maybe if it's a simple meal, let me give an example like garling and sukuma wiki. And maybe if they've gone too far, it's just maybe they'll add in a stew of meat and maybe some grains. That is, yeah, it's not too complicated. So in today's life, I'll be cooking. This is actually my supper. I would like to prepare my supper with you guys. So stay tuned and let's go. It's just a simple meal, not too much complicated. Here I have my sufuria, of which I'll be using to cook my ugali. And because I have some stew, so I'll not be cooking the stew. So it's just to warm it, and that's it. So let's go, let's go. So this is a source of heat. I use electricity, and for those who know this, it's a coil and it uses electricity. So let's pour your water to boil. Clean water. So here's the water. And while actually, because it's electricity, I tend to be very careful because electricity does not need water. Does not need water. This appliance here that does not need water. Like you have to make sure your hands are dry for you to hold the sphuria here, which is the sphuria, and also like my sphuria needs to be very dry, very dry. At the same time, to protect this coil, because it does not need water. If water falls on this coil, that means it's not going to long last. It will have a very short, it will serve me for a short period of time. So always make sure the first thing, make sure it is very dry. It's very dry, free from moisture or water. Then so we pour water on our sphuria right there. I love ugali, so I love ugali for sure. So, and then we put on the switch for the water to boil, and obviously we have a lid here, and so it's covered. And let's wait for the water to boil, and we will be starting the cooking of ugali. Obviously, I've already prepared. Yesterday I prepared enough meat stew, so that's what I'll be using for our ugali. So the coil it's starting, and when ready, it will actually be red. Usually it's red. It will be hot red. So guys, let's wait for the water to boil, and we will be doing the thing. Yes, we'll be doing that thing. We'll be cooking our ugali. This is a life of the single boy. Life of a single boy. Yes, life of a single boy. Single boy. This is what entails in the life of a single boy. Kindly remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, guys. We are on road to 30k subscribers, and your subscription is highly valid. My name is Jim from Kenya, East Africa, specifically from Eldoret City, which is my current town. So kindly hit that subscription button, like this live. We are waiting for the water to boil, so yeah, this is my kitchen. You can see we have a number of things right there. This is my simple shelf. It does not have a lot of things actually. It is simple, just simple like that. And if I decided to give a tour, I think there's not so much to show you here on my simple shelf over there, because it is almost empty with nothing. Very few things, just the basic ones. Salt, sugar, little rice, and of course some that is the I'm forgetting the name, the blender. Yeah, blender. Have here stand for utensils. Yeah, just simple. And I always keep my sufurias down here. And this is the other source of heat. This is the blue one here. Is the other source of heat that I use apart from the electricity. And of course, currently I don't have gas. Very unfortunate. Yeah, life is so complicated that some people, if you're making progress, they may tend to pull you back. Yeah, I had it previously or before I had it, but some people just broke into my house and stole it. So currently I do not have gas. That's why I rely on electricity and this Jiko here. It's called Coco. It's a new company that started recently, and it's not all over the country. It's just in some few cities. Like the biggest cities, that's where it's mostly concentrated, because the guys can easily access the fuel for cooking. But again, when something comes, it always have its advantages and disadvantages. So most people with the experience, they tend to say it is a little bit more expensive, so they don't rely on it so much. Very few. Of course, even me, that's why I'm not using it. I tend to rely on this electricity. So you see it is red hot, meaning it's picking up, and very soon our water will be boiling and we will be cooking our ugali. Yeah, that's the simplest life I'm talking about. Because when sorry, when single, you don't complicate things too much. You just make it simple. Yeah, it's not that complicated. We don't complicate things too much. So, of course, I prepared my stew yesterday. So, at this moment, I'm just going to cook my ugali and I'll be warming up the stew and I'll be serving myself. Of course, there's nobody else to serve me. So, I'm the chef, I'm everything by myself. Yeah, everything is by myself. I'm the chef, I'm the whatever. Yeah, and life goes on. Maybe one of these days, God's gonna bless me with a beautiful, yeah, the gorgeous, beautiful, stunning, whatever woman in my life. Yes, my half, and maybe I'll be enjoying some services. Yeah, some services that a man would like to see it happening. Yeah. So that's what's up. So this is my kitchen, and that's all. It's just as simple as this. One of these fine days one of these fine days when things go well, maybe it will be more advanced. So, and that's what we are always praying about and working towards the goal. So, but currently, we are here. That's where we are. Yeah. And hoping for the best, the brightest future. Working towards that. And of course, with some goals, as much as maybe things could not be straight the way we want, but we're on the road heading to that, yeah, to that point. So the water is almost boiling. You can see our coal is red hot, and I already put the lid here to enable it to boil very fast. Yeah, to enable it boil very fast. So right here, yeah, we're almost cooking. We're almost cooking. Yeah. So here I can see the water is almost boiling. You can see our coal is red hot. And some bubbles obviously are coming up. This water is for cooking ugali. First and foremost, when cooking ugali, you need to boil your water to the boiling point, of course. And there's some things that happen. Sometimes they say if you want it to boil very fast, I used to see it to break, is it to break the boiling point? My grandma used to put some flour first so that in the process of waiting for the water to boil, it lowers the boiling point. But in this case, I've not done that. I have only covered with a lid over here to help it boil quickly so that we can start cooking our ugali or our meal for today. Yes, so the water is already boiling. Water is boiling. And so it's time to cook the ugali. It's time to cook the ugali. Here I have my flour. Yeah, this is the ugali is the stable meal for most Kenyans. Most Kenyans rely on this, and this is the flour, the maize flour. This is the maize flour that I'm going to use to cook our ugali. So obviously the water is boiling, and let me find my cooking stick. Right here we have the cooking stick, and let's start the game. Yeah, that is, you pour the flour. So I pour the flour. Let me wait again for it to bubble, and I'll begin stirring until we have something something tangible. Is it something tangible or what? Yeah, but something thick, because obviously ugali needs to be thick. Yeah, sticky, thicky and sticky. And usually if you do like this, if you do it like this, you'll find it so yeah, it does, like, how is it? Yeah, kind of sticky, or what? Is that the right term? Yeah, thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. More likes, please. As we cook our meal, our ugali over here. So let's go. So it was already bubbling, and what I'll be doing is stirring and adding flour little by little until we have something thick, until it is thick. At this point you can see, while turning, I'll be adding the flour. So the maize flour, let me add more, adding more. Yes, and turning it. So this being electricity, I use insulation to hold my sufuria, or the cooking sufuria, because this is electricity, and electricity, it is no joke. Yeah, so we are cooking our ugali. So I'll be turning until it is uniformly cooked, and the flour, it's well mixed it's well mixed with uniformly. Let me add in some little flour to make it more thick, and turn. turn and turn, turn and turn. Turn our ugali. So while turning, we give it a little space to heat up as we continue turning. Yes. As we continue to turn and turn it. Is it turning or stirring? I mean, not very well with the cooking terms. So at this point, we are done with our flour because it's enough. So it's just we'll be turning this until it is uniform and well cooked. Because now the flour at this point it is enough. This is the simple meal of today. The simple meal of today, ugali. And of course, I already have the stew prepared. I prepared it yesterday and I could not finish it all, so kept some for today. So it will be just when this is ready, then we will be doing that's it. So our ugali is heating up as I continue to turn until it is well cooked. Yes, life is a journey, and it's always said there's time for everything. Yes. So at this point, our ugali is ready. Yes, so this is ready. So ready. Too much ready. This is how we do it. This was my cooking stick. So I'll cover it up with this to cover it up that way so that it remains, doesn't lose the heat as we boil our stew, meat stew. Here is our meat stew that remained yesterday. At this point, I'm keeping things so simple. So I don't have the grains. I'll be only using the meat stew. Add a little water and a little salt to boil. It boils. Just avoiding to add some more salt when it is on the table. So let's wait for it to boil. I'm waiting for stew to boil. Once it's ready, once boiled, we'll be having our meal, which is my supper for tonight. Just as simple as that, not too much complicated. Yeah. Kindly give a like to the live stream, guys. Give a like to the live stream. Remember to give a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, guys. Yeah, life is a journey. There's time for everything. There is a time for everything. There is a time for rain. There is a time for planting. And there's a time for harvesting. There's a time for rain season. There is a time for there is a time for, yeah, all these times are existing. As long as you're living, all those times are existing. All these seasons are existing in life. So there's time for everything. So I'm waiting for our stew to boil. It's right there. It will be boiling and we'll be serving up, of course. Meal will be ready.